Okay, I know what you're thinking. Oh gosh, is this the guy that lost 13 of his 14 bets last year? Before you say anything more, yes. Yes, I am. But the way I see it is based on the word insanity, which is doing something over and over again. And today, I don't plan to be insane. Cameron Ezeir with you in the CitrusTV studios for Beat the Bookie for bets so ambitious that you might call me insane. But again, I promise I'm not. First, let's take a look at last semester. Okay, bad. 250 in the red, and yes, okay, well, first off, to our producers, that's unnecessary. Yes, I lost 90 bucks, but at least my BTB friends had my back and lost more to make my loss look bleak. 250 in the red, that's not going to cut it. Well, only one way to go, right? Now the time has come to prove that betting is forgiving, and yes, I said it, and I promise I didn't jinx it. Our quest to the green in 2023 starts right now. And with championship weekend looming in the NFL and so do spots in the Super Bowl, that's where we start and finish. First, my underrated players of the day. Time to feast your eyes on Isaiah Pacheco and Brandon Ayuk. Ever since Kansas City's Jerick McKinnon said Cancun right before Christmas, averaging 11 yards per game over his last 4, my money has been on this Pacheco kid, a 7th-round pick that racked up 95 rushing yards against the Jags last week in the divisional round and 66 on the ground when the Bengals and the Chiefs matched up last. So let's take the middle ground with a little bit of insurance. $10 on Pacheco with 75 or more yards from scrimmage. I like him on little checkdowns and running the ball. And as a West Coast guy myself, would I be a true in-and-out fan if I didn't sink my teeth in a bet in favor of a former Arizona State Sun Devil? Well, I am an in-and-out fan. Love myself a double-double, and I love myself some Brandon Ayuk. Anytime touchdown for 10 to win 27, no touchdowns in his last 3. Sign me up for some West Coast motivation. Now for my big players of the day, and could it be anyone else other than Travis Kelce? 3 games this season with 2 or more touchdowns, one of which came in the divisional round against the Jacksonville Jaguars in the first half. Mahomes to Kelce is the next coming of Montana to Rice, yes, I said it, or myself to some big bucks in the future. Those are some great tandems, I will say. 5 on the best tight end in the league to snare 2 or more tutties for quintuple your money. Broke out the thesaurus. That's 5 times, if you're wondering. And another 5 on A.J. Brown. Yes, I get it. The Niners defense has been unstoppable. In the last 3 games, holding opponents to 16 a game. But the last time they were on the road, San Francisco allowed a whopping 34 points and 3 touchdown passes off the fingertips of the Raiders' Jarrett Stidham, who is best known for his days at Auburn. I think people right now are shocked that Stidham's actually in the NFL. Give me big days from Brown and Kelce. $5 on Brown to win nearly 43, and for A.J. Brown, his first multi-TD game in the last 7. Okay, enough about offense, and that might shock some people because my friends know me. I love offense, not a big fan of defense. But if the Bengals don't hold the Bills to 10 points, or the Chiefs aren't stalwarts against the Jags last week, both teams are betting on these games with me. Well, unless your name starts with a C and ends with an Alvin Ridley, either way. As the old cliche goes, defense wins bets. And Mike Tirico, yes, the broadcaster, he inspired me to bank on the Cincinnati kid. After a 98-yard touchdown return, Sam Hubbard's stock has broken Wall Street. Doing much better than my stocks, by the way. But in the sack department, not so much. Read them and weep. No sacks since December 11th. That feels like 40 years ago. And that's why some call me insane, and I might be. I have Hubbard off the schneid. He sacks Mahomes for an $8 profit. Of course, in our favor, Hubbard's making millions of dollars. But I will say, Bengals Chiefs, hard to favor either. So Kansas City will enact revenge. Frank Clark, to be specific, he's a big boy. 1 sack against the Jags last week. It felt like 5 with the thumping that he put on Trevor Lawrence. And he finds Burrow on Sunday. Trust me on that one. $5 there to win 7. Now, let's make this one quick. You don't lose a Beat the Bookie record amount of money last semester for nothing. I might be blocking out those that call me insane, but I'm still kind of crazy. To highlight the inaugural Cam's Crazy Calls segment, and probably the last, I think the producers are wanting me off the show as of now, give me the best odds I could find. No winners or losers, no spread. Nothing to do with moneyline as of now for the Eagles and Niners, both predicated on defense. Yes, they have talent on offense, but that's that defense, unbelievable. So with that in mind and knowing that, like I said, talent exists on the field all over, give me a tie at the half. Yes, a tie. Plus 850 odds, 5 buckaroos on that to win 45. And again, call me crazy. I'm daring you. Call me insane. I'm not, but I'm daring you to call me insane. But you have an offensive showdown of Bengals and Chiefs in the AFC Championship, a matchup that went to overtime last season and was decided in the regular season by only 4 points earlier this year. Another tie at the half for plus 1,000 this time. Yes, give it to me. 5 to win 50. Again, thank me later. Now for the fan favorites, the epitome of irrelevance, or as someone would say, relevance, because the Niners quarterback Brock Purdy, wow, last pick in the draft, now throwing 2 or more touchdowns in 7 of the last 8 games during this 9-game win streak for the 49ers. I mentioned it, that's irrelevant info to me, so give me mystery relevant to do just that for $10 to more than double your money. Let's double your money again. Why not? We're making money. We're making dough. Come on. 2 years ago, Money Mac was either Mac Jones, a McDonald's Big Mac, or Conor McGregor. Last season, it was all about Evan McPherson, who did not miss a kick in the playoffs. I'd miss a kick in my backyard. Now, he stole the show from the likes of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, and in last year's AFC Championship meeting between the Chiefs and the Bengals, Money Mac made 4 field goals and an extra point, the game-winning field goal too. Do the math, that's 13 total points. So give me a repeat performance. Money Mac over 7.5 kicking points for $10 to win over 20. Give me 2 field goals, 2 extra points. Now, I'm of the notion that if you have a player in your parlay, you take them out, you second guess yourself. Well, that player's going to play well. Happened with me in fantasy all the time. My bench outperformed my starters. So guess what? I'm not throwing that notion out the window. Miles Sanders for the Eagles. He was in my parlay scoring a touchdown. Then I took him out. But I'm going to individually give him his dues. $10 to win 14, Miles Sanders, anytime touchdown. Now to the big money. Parlay time. You want to win $1.25. You want to win not just 1.25. You want to win $125 with me? If not, I'll take the 125. I'll pocket it. 10 to win 125 on a parlay full of touchdowns. I love offense. I already gave Travis Kelce and A.J. Brown 2 or more touchdowns. So add them in the parlay just to score a touchdown. And then T. Higgins, yes, Jamar Chase, he steals the show. But I'm a big fan of T. Higgins and the Bengals. 10 to win 125 in that Uber parlay. I can make the money back that I lost last year, which was $90, which my producers just told me to remind you. Niners, Eagles, big game. NFC, close game. The spread, under 3 points. Some might call me crazy for even thinking a spread, for even thinking money line. Well, guess what? I'm not insane, and I might be a bit crazy. 10 to win 12 on the Niners money line. Brock Purdy takes the 49ers to the promised land. Purdy wins 10 in a row to get to Arizona and play in the Super Bowl. Give me the Niners money line. Now you might say, okay, Cam, so you just picked a road team. You're going to pick a home team, right? Chiefs, Bengals. You're gonna pick the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. No! Give me the Bengals. Back-to-back Super Bowls. This is their moment. 10 to win 10 on the Cincinnati Bengals money line. Yes, 2 road teams, and let's take a look at the recap here on Beat the Bookie. Pacheco, Ayuk, those are my underrated players. Give me Kelce and Brown. Big days on defense. Hubbard and Clark. First half tie. Yeah, watch out for both games. Some big money coming there. You got Sanders, you got a big-time parlay, and you got the 2 road teams representing themselves in the Super Bowl. I lost $90 last year on 14 bets. I made more bets this season, which tells you one thing. I'm Cameron Ezeir, and I'm ready to make you some money.